speaking about whether Theba Zwane, how does Theba Zwane measure up versus Dr. Khumalo? Because a lot of people are saying that Theba Zwane is the new Dr. Khumalo and all of that. And I have some thoughts. About that. We did have a similar conversation during the GOAT debate that we had on my live show, my other live show, that is available on YouTube. But my thoughts are very simple. I'm going to start it off by saying that, guys, football has improved. Technology has improved. The things players are being asked to do and how they are taught and what they need to do has gotten better. So at least on that level, we should understand that maybe fundamentally at the top end of players, right, will be better than the other. Doctor could be doing bits in this football. I'm not saying that he's completely out of it, but he's not playing now. So the type of things that Theba Zwane has access to, the resources, the coaching, all of that stuff, probably wasn't to that level when our doctor were playing. That's number one. I just want to say it. So the comparison is a little bit unfair on that point. But the big thing that I want to speak about today is, guys, I think this is a disingenuous question when we ask it. And the reason why I think it's disingenuous and it's unfair is because we move goalposts. We move them around. What are we basing this conversation on? What are we saying is the key criteria where we can say that Doc is better than Zwane, or either way, whichever way it goes? And I think that's where the problem with this conversation comes. If it's accolades, guys, if it's accolades, Zwane might have been a bit part player in 2016, but he's got a Champions League. Zwane's got leagues in a row. Zwane's got an AFL to his name. Zwane plays for what? The most dominant force in SA football that I think we have ever seen to this level in terms of the league. So, are we saying that all of those things don't count? Or is the real conversation that, guys, we love these players. We love these players. We love them, we think about them, we idolize them. It's hard for you to come in and tell me that somebody's better. You hear about the debates about Messi, Maradona, and all of those guys. You hear about those conversations and you're like, hey man, you guys have a love for these players. And that is what is stopping you. And who can blame you, right? But I think the biggest problem when we talk about these conversations, Zwane versus Doc, Jomo Sono versus Doc, was Jomo Sono better than Shoes Mushkwewu? Was these guys that, when you speak about those things, I think the biggest difference is that there's myths and legends that exist. There's myths and legends. And the myths and legends are what color what we see now. I don't remember a lot of Doc's games. I don't remember watching many of Doc's games. I was probably too young to absorb it the way I should have. So me coming here and telling you that Doc is the best, what is that based on? What information are you bringing to that outside of myths and legends that we've been told? Think about Uchomo Sono. Pirates legend, legendary South African player, all of those things we say about him. Have you seen a game? One game, let's say 90 minutes. Just 90 minutes of Dr. Jomo, Jomo Sono, in order for you to say that he's the best. He's the best of all time and all of that stuff. Or are you basing your opinion on the myths and the legends? Is your opinion of Theba Zwane right now colored by the fact that you see him every day? I can remember vividly one of the games where he played badly, two of the games where he played badly. I can remember full on his matches. Theba Zwane, when he played for Bafana versus Algeria, he was hot for a half of football, disappeared for the second half. Are those the type of things that are coloring how we think about it? And in 15 years from now, Will you be able to confidently just say that? Like, will you be able to say, Theba Zwane on the 18th of December, he had a very bad game? Or will the story be 15 years from now that Theba Zwane is a multiple league winner? He won it 7 times in a row. He's got a Champions League. He came third with Bafana AFCON, and there'll be a story told about that one. They were unfancied. Nobody loved them. Nobody saw them coming. He won an AFL with Sundowns. 20 years from now, it's not going to matter that he had a bad game versus Amazulu. But right now, when we're consuming that stuff right now, there tends to be a little bit of a bias where we hurt these players as well by saying that, no, he wasn't so good because sakumbula man, akakoranga game. But when you speak about Dr. Khumalo, you don't have that same recollection. We don't have the stories. When you look it up on the internet, I can't find all of the games that Dr. Khumalo played. But I can tell you that I've watched a lot more Theba Zwane than I've watched Dr. Khumalo. So I want us to think about this.